Yeah, tedder. Must have clipped it as I were
think I'm...
going around. Yeah, just quickly check the map and make sure there's no blotches or anything like that. Right, so let's find a home for this. Don't think we're going to be able to get it in the sheds. You're going to be very upset because you've put the mowers in front of the baler. Because you hit it. It's knocked it sideways. You can't get it.
Right, there's little bits there.
Some little speckles, it's nothing to...
They're lit.
You're fine. Yeah, this farmyard is extremely tight. Look. Just leave that there. Catching on the posts. Well, this is the problem we're having because there isn't a lot of room. So, no, what I was thinking is if you take it round into the cow field and just put it at the back or in the silo, either put it in the silo or put it on the side there or round the back of the shed in the cow field. Yeah, put it near the silo then. Fine. I think we're going to have to do a bit of organising on this. Yeah. And some things are really hard to get because they've been knocked all over the place. I'm going to just come around and knock this baler so I can get it out. Yeah, welcome to the stream, BMAC59. Yes, it does look like a real farm and there is stuff everywhere. We're struggling at the moment because the yard is extremely small in this farm and we have a lot of equipment.
It is. Don't swing a cat.
Just give the baler a nudge so I can hook up to it. Give it a nudge. Too far round. That's it. No.
Is that enough?
Yep, got it. Things we've got to do to get equipment out of the shed. Right, I'll leave the baler there for you for a minute. And I'm going to grab the windrower. But yeah, no, real farms do have stuff absolutely everywhere. I drive past one quite regular when I'm going to my sister's house, and honestly, the farmer does not put stuff away. It's just literally everywhere.
I was literally just about to say the same thing. The farm that
Yeah.
we were looking through, and they've got like
Equipment everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, but
Well, he has about 4. I think, you know, it's a dairy farm, and he has about 5 tractors. I think there's only him who actually works on the farm. But he has like 5 tractors, and he's got like a couple of new ones, but the rest of them are like really, really old ones. They're like probably from the mid-90s, some older than that. and he still uses them. You see him buzzing about on the road and what have you, but he literally just has rusted equipment everywhere. There's stuff everywhere, and it's like, how do you work in that mess? And it's like, well, I'm doing it on farming sim, so.
Yeah. Oh, I think.
Nope, nope, keep going.
Yep. I was like, I think I've gone too far. I haven't. Yeah. Well, it's cool though, because we play farming sim. Some of the equipment we know where
You
it is.
recognise it. Yeah, you recognise it. Yeah, it's pretty cool because he's got a really old, I think it's a Pottinger baler, but it's one that makes bale, handheld, but the small hand bales. It's a small baler. It's really cool. It's rusty as hell, and I don't think it's moved in like half a century, but
At least it don't look.
no, but it's cool as hell. It's right next to the fence on the road. But you sort of look at it and you don't see stuff like that anymore.
And they had the practice long ago, but in the hedges, that was pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, he had a 75 horsepower Case IH. Trimming all the hedges. That was pretty cool. That was a new one, that.
Yeah, it was really cool to watch. So.
Yeah, it was. Right, zoom out a little bit so I can see, and let's get half this field baled into hay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you might as well just follow me. Yeah, you might as well. Because it's not going to wrap these. You probably are. What are you doing? 10? Yeah, I'm doing 9. You're going to catch up to me.
Yeah, well, I've got to put them off anyways.
Oh, that's right.
That's what I was saying before about going to...
Yeah, you went a little bit close to the hedges on that bit. The rest of it's not too bad. A bit of nice headland on it. But, yeah, you went a bit close to the hedge on that bit. I don't think we're going to have too much problem with the windrow, because it's, the hill's quite a nice, smooth incline. It's not too severe. Be the thing I want to see when your bale was full. When do you ever pay attention to that?
Well,
You still ignore it. And you shut the gate. Right. Let's try and swing. We're going to miss a little bit, but we'll just have to clean it up afterwards. Not too much of an issue. And that is our first run round done.
that might as well. The bale was dropped. Best.
Yeah,
I've
when you're uploading it to YouTube. Let's have a selection.
Not just pick one I'm not quite happy with, at least what other pick from.
Yep. There's actually a point though, you've just reminded me. I'm gonna... Oh, no, not a worker. Don't want a worker.
Again?
Stop hiring workers. I'm gonna take a quick picky of me doing this. What is it, shift and 1?
Shift and alt and 1.
Alt and 1. There we go. Take a nice little picky of this. There we go. And that'll do for my screenshot. I'm quite happy with it.
You're not like me.
Apparently, BMac59 says you're a little bit muffled. You're hard to hear.
Oh. Like.
Maybe. She's going to try putting the mic a little bit closer to her mouth.
Yeah, just tell me if you hear heavy breathing. Is that any
Can you hear her better?
It's his stream.
This is you're on my stream. She's got her own stream. The unfortunate thing, we're both sat in the same room.
Oh, I can't really shout.
Yeah, we're both sat in the same room, so it does make it quite difficult for her to raise a voice or anything like that, because otherwise it starts echoing. So it is a little bit awkward.
Yeah,
But
it is.
we'll do as best. We do as best to
Just
keep the quality.
Let me know if you hear any heavy breathing, because that's something I'm trying to avoid. Is people hearing me breathing down the microphone.
You know what might be an idea, actually?
What?
It might be an idea if I give you my headset next time we stream.
Oh yeah, that might be an idea.
Because mine's got a better quality mic on it.
Yeah, that might be an idea.
So you might be better off using this one.
No, because... Oh, yeah.
And I'll use my other one.
Okay, that's fine.
Give it a go.
I'll just get me a better headset. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
I'm
You've
joking.
already had 2 in the last 3 months.
I know, but you didn't get me one that had that sound thing that yours has.
Might have to, another option, I might have to turn you up a little bit on the party.
Oh, you could do that actually, that
I
might
might
help.
actually try that now, actually. Just bear with me.
Okay.
Might help.
Yep. It might do. We'll soon find out, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for letting us know, by the way, BMac.
Yeah, thank you for letting us know that. We wouldn't have been aware otherwise.
Yeah,
I'm just going to turn her up a little bit. Tell me if she sounds better, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, we tend to rely on people telling us how we sound, because I don't like watching back. So we just sort of play it by ear.
Yeah, we do. Just kind of go with the flow.
We do. Oh,
Yeah, move your mic away from your mouth a little bit. I can hear you breathing.
that's brilliant.
Yeah, it was probably my fault. I probably had it turned down too low. The problem is we tend to have each other muted when we're on Xbox Party or anything like that. So when we come onto the PC and we're streaming, we unmute ourselves, but obviously we don't tend to pay attention to how we hear each other. Because I can hear it perfectly fine, but obviously you guys will hear differently than I do.
Yeah, but you're also right next to... We'll be able
No,
to...
I know. But that's the point, because I turn my headset down, because I don't need to hear you. Yeah, exactly. I only need to hear you the once. I think that'll give us a bit of a headland now, and I'll head over the other side. But thank you very much for letting us know, BMac. Much appreciated.
Is
It is, but you know, it's a lot of it though. It's, you know, argument's sake, what I hear is different than what everyone else hears, and then one person may say it's loud, and then another person says it's quiet, because it depends on the device you're listening on as well.
It does.
You know, because it's like because I do watch back the stream sometimes, and like when I'm playing it back on my computer, it's quite loud for me. You know, but to other people it's not. I'm listening through speakers, not a headset, so that makes a difference. So yeah, you're listening through it through speakers. So the fact that it's quite quiet and muffled on speakers says a lot. Whereas on a headset, it might be quite loud. You know, it's because obviously it's directly into your ears. It's different on everybody's devices. Because it's like if I change my headset out and I use my Turtle Beach one, the sound quality on my Turtle Beach one is a lot lower than it is on my Logitech ones that I'm using now. You know, because I tend to use my Logitech ones for streaming, and I use my Turtle Beach ones just for general use and when I'm on the Xbox or whatever.
But you mainly can't hear me as...
Well, yeah, because it's noise
muffled.
cancelling.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Because I like to have noise cancelling headset for streaming with.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Right, we're getting there. Slowly.
I just
Usually yes. I've been playing farming sim since the beginning of FS 15, and um, FS 15 on Steam. I have 1,500 hours put into that game. FS 17, I had about 600 hours. Yeah, I've been playing for quite a while. I've got about 600 hours in FS 17. FS 19, I've got just shy of 1,000 hours, and so far 300 hours put into this one. I do play quite a lot. FS 19 was a good game to start on, to be fair. 17, I wasn't that keen on, that's why I only had like 600 hours on it. 15 was a good game. I really enjoyed 15. There were just a few bugs in it that really annoyed me, but that's another story. But no, it's I have been playing for a long time. Evexia, Evexia hasn't. She's only been playing for about 6 months, 6, 7 months.
like that.
She got into it because I was doing it on YouTube, and basically she was watching me. She's always been a gamer, but she wasn't. You weren't really into farming sim, were you?
No, not really. Well, I am not really involved, so I can't really. But
Yeah.
I wasn't really. I was a bit at first for a long time.
Yeah. What do you think about Farming Sim 22? 50-50, to be fair, for 22. I like it, but I don't know, there's just something that I've not quite fell in love with yet. I can't really explain it, to be fair. I was saying to you yesterday, weren't I?
Yeah,
Because we've not actually streamed farm. We've been streaming some other games. I've not actually streamed Farming Sim for about 20 days now. And I was saying to Evexia today. I can't remember what it was. But there's just something with 22 I've not quite fell in love with yet. It might be the lack of mods, because I'm quite heavy on mods. I'm a big modder. I'm quite heavy on my mods. I use a lot of mods, and it could just be the lack of mods that sort of like I'm losing it a little bit with it. But it's not putting me off the game. It's just obviously I've not played it as much as I usually do. But the mods have been quite slow coming through, so it could be that. To be honest, a year is a good experience so far on Farming Sim. I do honestly say that you don't truly appreciate the game until you've played it for about a year. I do think it takes about a year's worth of gameplay to truly appreciate it. That's what I mean. You know, obviously, if you're a heavy gamer like I am, then a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But if you're a light gamer, you know, definitely good 6 months to a year to fully appreciate Farming Sim. Wish I could get to my wife to be a gamer. Yeah, to be honest, when me and Evexia first got together, we've been together like 18 years now, and when we first got together, her idea of gaming was Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. She played Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, stuff like that. She wasn't an avid gamer. She just liked platform games, and it has been the best part of 16 years in the making of turning her into a gamer. It was actually World of Warcraft that converted you. I used to play World of Warcraft, and she was sat watching me one day and she said, "Can I have a go?" So I was like, "Yeah." She had a little go and she said that it was quite fun, and I said, "Well, I can get you an account, and even if you don't play it that often, and you only play it like once a week or whatever, doesn't matter, you know, just join me." Anyway, she started off like that, and then 9 years later, she was like an addict of World of Warcraft.
Oh well, we used to do all-nighters and
yeah, we were really bad.
Really bad with it.
I like some of the mods, but I'm not heavy into them. I am. I do honestly find that the base game is a little bit plain. Don't get me wrong, this one is a lot better. It's a lot better than previous ones. They've put a lot more effort into. Because I'm talking, I'm not paying attention. They've put a lot more effort into what comes with the game. I do honestly think that they have added a lot more in standard. They have done a lot more effort, but it's still a little plain for my liking. There's not enough like selection of say balers or specific pieces of equipment. What are you laughing at?
Just read what he put.
Yeah, no,
Just
I'm
like
getting
on
to that in a
South
minute.
Park. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, no, I just feel like there's not enough selection of equipment. Because I'm a suck for some of the. Yeah, I am spoiled from all the years of playing it. To be fair, and FS15's to thank for that because FS15, even though it was a good game, base-wise, it was a very simple, basic, plain game, and you needed the mods to make it sort of like palatable, shall we say. But yeah, no, you're right, I am spoiled on that. And yes, it was kind of like South Park, in the sense of we did used to literally be sat there bouncing up and down because we needed the toilet, and we wouldn't go to the toilet because we was in the middle of a raid or
Something silly like that, yeah. Really
you know,
bad.
but yeah, it was like South Park. Yes, my wife is a word puzzle gamer on the phone. Evexia used to be.
Yep.
She was a word puzzle gamer on the phone.
I still like my word puzzle.
Yeah, she still likes them, yeah. But that was sort of like her main sort of like games other than Spyro and Crash Bandicoot.
You forgot about Rayman
PC and console. We are currently playing on PC
with an Xbox controller.
with an Xbox controller. I do have a steering wheel as well, but I keep forgetting to map it. But we do have Xbox version as well. We stream from both. We have we stream some games from the PC. We stream some games from the console. We both have Series X, so it's like quite good graphics wise. It's just unfortunate. We do want to do a farming sim series from the Xbox because obviously the gameplay is slightly different. But unfortunately, at the moment, there is an issue where you can't stream from farming sim from the Xbox. You just get a static screen. We're not sure what's going on with it, so we're waiting for that to be
We
fixed.
tried so hard to get it doing, but it was just...
I have a wheel too, but it's easier for me to play with keyboard and mouse, and the controller, learning all the controller stuff is cumbersome for me. In all fairness, it was for me. I've always been a console gamer. I've always had a console, but I've also been always been a PC gamer too. And a lot of games that I played for PC originally, I would only use keyboard and mouse. And you know, agreeably for like FS15, I did use keyboard and mouse for that. But as time went on, kind of thing, I sort of adapted because I had a steering wheel. I used to have a Logitech G29, and I used that a lot. So I used keyboard and mouse for like running around and all that kind of thing. But when I was driving, I used my steering wheel. But about a year and a half ago, I got rid of my steering wheel because it was getting on a bit. It was like 5 years old, and I was getting ready for a new one. So we sold it, and with the intention of buying a new one. That didn't happen. And I went with nearly a year without using the steering wheel, so temporarily I switched to the controller like I normally do on the console. And then I recently bought the steering wheel again. I got it just before Christmas this year, well last year, and I just haven't got round to actually mapping it into the PC yet. I've done it for some of my games, just not for farming sim yet. I keep meaning to do it and just not got to it yet. My last console was an Atari 2660. I used to have one of them when I was a kid. I had what did I have as well? I had an Amiga, what was it, an Amiga 2000. I see some streamers with these elaborate setups, high-end wheels, soul spending. In all fairness, I've been there. When I first started doing YouTube about years ago. I spent a fortune. I honestly did spend a fortune. I had my PC. Obviously, I upgraded my PC at the time. Spent like shy £2,000, was it? Yeah, about £1,700 on my PC. Um, and then I obviously I already had my steering wheel. And then I bought a top of the range microphone. Spent about £400 on my microphone. I bought a load of other get up to go with it, boom arms and all this other junk. Yeah, I bought loads of junk, didn't I? And that was just to get started on YouTube. That was about 2 years ago.
We even did.
Yeah, we did
we
the
had
attic up.
studio. It wasn't worth it.
Yeah, no, we even spent like £600 soundproofing our attic so that I could do YouTube in silence, that I could have children, and all that kind of thing, and it just so wasn't worth it, was it? It just so wasn't worth it, yeah. No, I feel like a right fool now. And we've honestly found that simpler is better, because it's like now, I'm playing on the PC, I have a 26-inch screen. I've got my steering wheel, I've got my controller. I'm using a Logitech Pro X headset, which I do like to have a good quality headset. You know, and I'm currently watching the stream, obviously talking to you, watching it on my Xbox. And that is literally our setup. We just have two identical setups sat right next to each other. So I have my TV with my Xbox on it, I have my PC screen with my PC on it, and then that's it pretty much. I have my steering wheel and I have my controller, and that's it really, innit? Yeah, I've gone back to basics, and I actually prefer it. It's a lot more fun, less stress, less worry.
Less
You know,
complicated.
less complicated. Yeah. You know, but yeah, no, I had an Amiga that was pretty cool. I had a Corsair headset which sounded nice, but my ears got so hot I use earbuds now, and the boom mic. Yeah, no, this Logitech one that I've got, it's got the Blue Voice microphone, you know, so like the Blue Yeti and the Blue Snowball. It has the same microphone built into the headset as them microphones, so it has got like quite a good quality mic, and then the actual headset itself has Dolby audio speakers in it. When I originally bought it, it was about, what was it, £280 when I bought it, which was, I've had it a few years now, but it was about £280 when I bought it. You can pick it up for about 90 now, which is very disappointing. You can pick it up for about £90 now, but it's a really good quality headset. The only thing I don't like about it is, like you just said, my ears get really hot, and I sit with it on one ear and off the other, because my ears just get too warm. It's a very snug fit as well, so your head, right around your head where it sits, is quite warm as well. I have a Snowball, but I got a Movo PCM6. The Snowball picked up my wife talking and watching TV. Yeah, mine did the same when I had one.
It used to really annoy me.
It used to really annoy. Yeah, she used to have to sit there in silence, because it'd be a case of like she'd be sat watching TV or something like that, and she'd laugh or whatever, and I'd walk into the room and go shh.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was funny, but it wasn't at the same time, because she had to sit there uncomfortably silent, you know, just because I was streaming.
I just read the
recording.
book after a bit, didn't
Yeah, you did. I did shut the door. We live in a new house. We have our house is only 5 years old, and the walls are paper thin.
Yeah, they are.
It's a new build. So literally, like, if our kids shout or anything, you'll probably hear them, because the walls are so thin in the house. Don't get me wrong, it's lovely and warm and all that kind of thing, but the walls are so thin. Yeah, no, yeah, our last house was like that. I think it was built in the 30s, weren't it?
Yeah.
It was last house, yeah. It was an old, basically, where we lived, there was two types of houses. You had like your typical terraced stone cottages and stuff like that. They were like factory workers' houses, and the house we had was like one of the factory foreman's houses. It was quite big. Reason why we moved from there was bloody cold.
Yeah, it was. It was really cold.
It was freezing. You know, it was too big to heat. They were plaster walls until we redid the room. Yeah, when we lived in our last house, we had